Good day to our dear panelists. We are here to present a research proposal entitled Business Continuity Management, Response of Local Food Industry, Resilience and Survival Mechanism in Calapan City. I am Rovelyn Lagar, and this is my group mates, Aguilar Madora, Lavendino Elaine, Nertatas Liwern, and our research advisor is Mr. Billy Joseph Cahayon Atienza. Chapter 1. The problem and its background. The resilience and survival mechanism are important in the field of business. Owning a resilience in the times of crisis is a good one strategy to bring the business back. Also, survival mechanism is a pathway that the businesses use for the industry that faces struggle during pandemic. The significance of it to assist business is rising in the industry, and we want to know how restaurants deal with pandemic. Statement of the problem. What is the resilience of select restaurant in terms of? The first one is safeguarding people. The second one is safeguarding assets, and last one is operation. What are the survival mechanism of select restaurant in Calapan City? What are the effects of resilience and survival mechanism of select restaurant in Calapan City? In terms of manpower, funds. The fourth one is, what is the relationship of effects of resilience and survival mechanism in restaurant amidst pandemic? The fifth one is, what is the relationship of survival mechanism of select restaurant in Calapan City in terms of pandemic? The last one is, based on the findings of the study, what business continuity management response for local food industry may be proposed? Statement of the hypothesis. There is no significant relationship to the effects of resilience and survival mechanism in selected restaurant in Calapan City.
Scope limitation and delimitation. This study intends to show that Calapan is one of the cities in Oriental Mindoro provide tourists and customers with locally grown food. The focus of this study was already on the business continuity, management, response of the local food industry, resilience, and survival mechanism of a select restaurant in Calapan City, specifically covered by the variables of resilience, cleanliness, sanitation, guests, and clients, comfort, eye appeal, and safety. Significance of the study: restaurant owner, employees, future research. Here are theoretical framework. The theories presented here offer an effective framework for interpretation, describing and generalizing findings derived from the data that will be collected. The first one is resilience as an entrepreneurial capability, contact employee empowerment, and resilience of quick service restaurants, an integrated modeling framework for quantitative business continuity assessment. These are our conceptual framework. Resilience of select restaurants in terms of safeguarding people, safeguarding asset, operation. The next one is survival mechanism of select restaurant. Effects of resilience and survival mechanism of select restaurant in relation to manpower, funds. Last one is proposed business continuity management response for local food industry.
Definition of terms. Resilience. Business resilience is a broad term that encompasses crisis management and business continuity and refers to an organization's ability to quickly adapt and respond to a variety of risks, including natural catastrophes, cyber attacks, and supply chain interruption. Cleanliness. This refers to all areas are also kept clean. Furniture and fixture are properly dusted. Well done 2010. In this study, the restaurant should always keep this in mind, the cleanliness of the establishment in our success. Sanitation. This refers to the maintenance of the healthy and hygienic condition that is free from disease-coming organism. Well done 2010. Cleanliness of the whole establishment to prevent disease coming from outside. Guest and client comfort. This refers to an act of making restaurant customer comfortable with their dining. Wood 2004. In the study, the act of being the guest is relaxed on their stay. Eye appeal. This refers to the ambience is suiting to the eyes, not dim or dull. There are suitable interior design and proper blending of colors. Well done 2010. In the study, the appearance of the restaurant should be nice and cool to the eyes of the customer. Safety. This refers preventing employees and customers with the restaurant property from potential death and injury, such as accidental slip, falls, cut, burn, etc., as well as preventing related property damage. In this study, the number one priority of the restaurateur is the safety of the guests or the customer. Chapter 2. Review of related literature and studies. Literature review according to Sawata 2013, understanding the effects of BCM on organizational performance is important because BCM is one of the primary driving factors for improving an organization's ability to withstand resiliency and survival under extreme internal and external pressure. Sung Moon Lee, 2015, cited the viability of sourcing the local food to meet industry through investigation of the current meeting, planning, priorities, and sustainability values. Osarong Wells, 2020, cited that the study is to explore if resilience as the concept may significantly help to relieve this problem. Related studies. The analysis of Catherine Strobel, 2006, that through direct marketing, the farmers and consumers have a strong connection with price and product. Rai and Mohan, 2006. Analysis is the continuity model required for organization to create formal BCM system, which could lead to the development of business continuity planning. Kendras, 2019. That resilience permit entrepreneurs to feel hopeful survival even the condition appears to be unfavorable. The analysis of Albas Jose, 2020, suggests resilience model to lead small business based on the data collected. Chapter 3, Research Methodology. Research Design. This study will utilize a descripted correlational method of research, the process of collecting and analyzing numerical data and information concerning the study to be researched is known as quantitative research. According to David L. Hoover, 2008, cited the quantitative method, the literature reflect aspects or characteristics of literary text numerically by measuring, classifying, and analyzing them using the powerful, accurate, and widely acknowledged method of mathematics.
Research Local. This study will carried out in the Select restaurant in Calapan City, and this is conducted by the BSHM student in Mindoro State University. We chose this study to know the status of the restaurants in time of pandemic, and the goal of the research is to determine what each restaurant's survival technique. Respondents of this study. Respondents of this study will be the staff, employees, and owner, and related to the restaurant industry who work during the pandemic. This will ensure the information we need to the study, which is to understand the survival mechanism during pandemics. A sample will be taken from the total population of people in the restaurant industry. Research instrument. The study will employ a tool used to collect, measure, and analyze the data related to the research interest. These tools are most commonly used in educating to assess clients, students, teacher, staff, and owner. A research instrument can include interviews, tests, pre-survey, or checklist. It usually determined by researcher and is tied to the study methodology. Validity of the instrument. To ensure the validity of the research instrument, this study will employ a survey relates to the extent of which the survey measures that needed to be measured. In simple terms, validity refers to the instrument as measure what is intended to measure. Research validity can be divided into two groups, internal and external. It can be specified the internal validity refers to how the research finding match reality, while extent validity refers to the extent which the research findings can be replicated to other environments. Data gathering procedure. The following process has begun to collect the essential data for this study, and minimum health standard guidelines must be rigorously followed due to the health protocols. We decided to collect data. First step, before going to the testing proper, is to make a request letter. Upon approval, the researcher retrieves the request letter. The manager, as well as the staff and employees of the selected restaurant, were selected in the administration. The researchers conduct a pre-survey to the selected restaurant in Calapan City to collect information. In administering the questionnaires, the researcher asked for the vacant allotted for answering. The respondents were given enough time to answer the questions. After gathering the data, the researcher collected it for tallying the score and applied the statistical treatment to be used in the study. Statistical treatment of data. This study will employ the responses made by the manager. Staff and employees were statistically analyzed with the data requirement of the study. The respondents were statistically analyzed with the data instrument of the study. Descriptive statistics such as frequent count, mean, and percent were considered.